Someone asks you for a favor. You don't want to do it. You feel tired, you're already overwhelmed, but the moment they look at you, you hear yourself say, "Sure, no problem, I'll handle it." And then you go home, lay in bed, and feel angry at them, but mostly angry at yourself. If this is you, there's a reason, and it's deeper than just being nice. Most people who can't say no believe they're just kind people, and maybe they are, but kindness is a choice. What they're actually experiencing is something very different. It's called fawn response. It's a psychological survival mechanism, just like fight or flight. Except instead of fighting or running, you please, you smile, you agree, you help, even when it destroys you inside. The fawn response was first described by therapist Pete Walker. He found that some people, especially those who grew up in unpredictable environments, learned that making others happy kept them safe. As children, saying no meant conflict. Conflict meant danger. So their brain made a rule. Keep everyone happy, always. And that rule never got deleted. It just followed them into adulthood. Here's what nobody talks about. Every time you say yes when you mean no, you're not just losing time. You're losing a piece of your identity. Because you're sending yourself a message, what I want doesn't matter. And the more you send that message, the more you believe it. People who can't say no often don't know what they actually want anymore. They've spent so long adjusting to everyone else's needs that their own needs became invisible. They feel resentment, but they hide it. They feel exhausted, but they push through. They feel used, but they blame themselves for feeling that way. And the cruel irony? The people they're constantly saying yes to often don't even notice the sacrifice, because they were never shown the cost. When people who can't say no try to refuse something, their brain treats it like a threat. The amygdala, the brain's alarm system, fires. Heart rate goes up, anxiety spikes. The body physically resists the word no. This is because their nervous system was conditioned, often in childhood, to associate boundaries with punishment. Maybe they were guilt-tripped when they refused, maybe their needs were dismissed, maybe love felt conditional, given only when they were agreeable. So their brain learned, saying no equals losing love. And to the brain, losing love is one of the greatest threats that exists. It was never about being weak. It was about surviving an environment where saying no had consequences. So how do you rewire this? Step 1. Pause before answering. You don't owe anyone an immediate response. When someone asks you something, say, "Let me think about it and get back to you." That pause is where your real answer lives. Step 2. Practice small no's first. Don't start with the hardest person in your life. Start with low-stakes situations. Decline something small. Notice that nothing bad happens. You're retraining your brain, one small boundary at a time. Step 3. Separate your worth from your usefulness. You are not valuable because of what you do for others. You are valuable because you exist. The right people will stay, even when you say no. Saying no isn't rejection, it's honesty. And honest relationships are the only ones worth having. If this video described your life, know that this pattern can change. It starts with one honest no. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe to Deep Think, new video every week. See you in the next one.